Are you the spender or the saver in your relationship? One thing that I know is that as much as money is a big threat to a relationship, it's all about being self aware. And the truth of the matter is, you cannot change your money personality, but you can change your habits. And all that starts with understanding what you can do better. And we've broken it down to 5 money personality types, and it's all about your character. And this is where we find the major profiles are the big spenders, the savers, the shoppers, the debtors, and the investors. What can you do differently? Well, big spenders love the nice things, the new gadgets, the fashion labels, but there are things you can do. It is useful to understand the various money personalities and the approach on how to manage your finances better. And massive shout out to Henry Githaiga. He came in and he broke it down. All of us at one point in our lives have probably been one of these. Well, you can make these changes to your money personality after you determine which one is your personality type. Which one describes you the most? Are you a combination of two? Well, the spenders, what you need to do is shop a little less and save a little more. If you know that you love to spend, it's likely that you're going to keep doing it. So what you can do is just tone it down a notch. And if you should feel the need to shop every once in a while, you need to understand the difference between long-term value and not just short-term satisfaction. Okay? Channel more of your energy into saving. The savers use moderation. Moderation in all things. It always works. For a saver, this is particularly good advice. Don't let all of the fun parts of life pass you by as you just try to save the pennies. Tune up your saving efforts as well, but make sure you enjoy life. You need to understand that part of enjoying your success is to spend a little bit more. So for the savers, use moderation in how you save. That's an interesting one. For the shoppers, don't spend money that you do not have. Y'all know we've been here. Try and focus your efforts on saving the money that you have. Learn the philosophy behind successful savings and try to incorporate some of those philosophies into your own. If spending is something you do to compensate for other areas of your life, address it. Think about what these things might be and work on changing them. Ever heard of the phrase retail therapy? Well, this one is for you. Don't spend the money that you don't have. It's not really about spending or shopping to feel good. For the debtors, you guys are probably the ones that need to do a little bit more work. Plan your finances and start investing ASAP. If you are a debtor, you need to get your finances in order and set up a plan to start investing. You may not be able to do it alone, so you can need the idea of getting some help. There are experts available. You can follow at Henry Githaiga. He's been on the show on the hashtag Spice Drive. Deciding on who will guide your investments is also an important choice so that you can have a professional assist you. For the investors, you seem to be at the top of that chain. All you need to know is congratulations, you're doing a pretty good job. Keep doing what you are doing and continue to educate yourself. It's all about making sure that you make the best decisions so that moving forward, you have a little bit of money saved up. Well, you may not be able to change your money personality. You can acknowledge it and address the financial challenges that it presents. Managing your money involves self-awareness. And also, if you are in a relationship, having a better understanding of your partner. But yes, people can, love and live together as long as you understand the money personality of your partner and your own. It is about 10 minutes to top of the hour. I've got the Record Rumble winner. But before I do that, we have a DM of empty nesters who now have their adult children coming back home. And it's all about the mindset. It's all about the outlook. Your children will always be your children. That's one thing I always say. And I know that season is coming. And yes, you want your space. But it also doesn't mean when your children come back home and unpack, it's about taking over your space. There's 4 things you can do. Adjust your attitude. When your children have come back home, it doesn't mean that you failed or they have failed. Being an adult may not be an automatic transition for some children. You spoke about your other children moving out, but your youngest has come back with the entire family. You know, I know you're jealous of your space and your territorial, but adjust your attitude and understand that, you know what? You can actually use this opportunity to spend more time with your adult child and your grandbabies. Maintain a schedule. Do the things you like to do, even when your adult kids are back home and they're present. The silver lining is your child has a cushion. Plan that exit plan with your child. They may need assistance. Don't nudge them. Don't force them out, but prepare them. It may take a longer time than the other kids. Don't compare your kids. Fast forward in the future, your adult children may be the ones more likely to take care of you in your older years. So don't rush them out. Embrace the situation. I'll be wrapping up that topic with a tweet that came in from Kev. He's listening in from Moguga. He says, loving the playlist. On today's DM, I think for an adult child to go back home to their parents, it's because life has had its toll on them. The best a parent can do is to welcome them back. It's their parents' house after all, for life. Now that's the attitude. But it doesn't mean that you get comfortable. It doesn't mean that you get comfortable. It doesn't mean that your child is there forever. But the blessing is that you are alive to host them when they need your support. Be discerning. You can tell the difference between a child that is a non-starter and a child that needs support. But as they do that, they're not out in the wild, they're with you. About 80% of adult children that moved out in the first year go back home. Be open, adjust your attitude. My 2 cents.